Senator Joni Ernst helmed the Republican Party's response to the State of the Union, and she did not make any news, which is good news for her. It also opened the door to all the other Republicans to jump in, whether they're running for president in 2016 or just trying to impress Roger Ailes. Mark, you've been monitoring the media closely from Palm Springs today. Which Republican responses have broken through so far in your judgment?
Again, here in the short term since the speech, I think the Republicans are mostly floundering. I'll give you one exception in a minute, but most of them don't know how to talk about the improving economy, don't have a middle-class agenda that's as tangible as the president's, and don't remember that they're supposed to at least pay lip service in a pleasing way, in a non-angry way, to the notion of bipartisanship. Paul Ryan, I think, has been the best. He's not running for president anymore. Key head of Ways and Means, as Peter Cook pointed out last night during State of the Union when we talked to him. Head of Ways and Means, key ally if the president's going to get anything done. He talked in a totally warm and friendly, positive way about cooperation on trade, and he has some things to say about a middle-class agenda. But most of the other Republicans, I think, are floundering and are going to have to figure out how to talk about the middle class and an improved economy without looking ridiculous.
Well, and I would actually take your criticism further. I'd say that Paul Ryan may be a slight exception, but boy, I think their responses have been almost bordering on ludicrous in a lot of cases. I mean, they really have not. They're checkmated in some way. The tweets from Mitt Romney and from other people that have been perfunctory in some ways, like presidents favoring politics over leadership. The Ted Cruz thing that we made fun of a little bit in the cold open and was horrible. I mean, there really has been not a single, particularly on the 2016 stage, there's not been one of those 2016 Republican candidates who did anything that was not kind of risable in the face of this. And I think you're right about the substantive deficits they have addressing some of these issues, but also just like the execution in many cases has been just kind of amateurish and sort of sad.
Seems to me there's an opening. I don't know that it's smart or not, because it might hurt you in winning the nomination, but there's an opening for people like Mitt Romney, Jeb Bush in particular, Marco Rubio, Rand Paul, to say, it's great that the president's working on the middle class. Here are my ideas for the middle class. Let's see where we can work together to maybe get things done. Jeb Bush's strategy now is to not be a big player in putting out ideas in a big formal way. But I don't think the congressional wing of the party is going to solve this. It's going to take big new ideas for the middle class on the presidential wing to get something out there to help the party find a message.
Yes, they should put forward big new ideas. The question is whether they actually have them.